Good morning, men and women of industry. My name is Mike Shaner. My company is Business Process Solutions. Before I get into all that, I just want to say to you, thank you. Thank you for what you do. It's especially now in this climate, it's really hard to be a business owner. And without you, people wouldn't have jobs, groceries wouldn't get delivered or bought. The world would stop. And though you have been made a pariah through the pandemic, I am extremely appreciative of you. And people like you keep my business going, and my job is to in return help you grow and strengthen your business. So I'm going to record this video today to talk a little bit about merchant services in hopes that you'll do business with my company. But even if you don't, just in hopes that you will make the right decisions for your business, and that I can help you, because sometimes you don't know what questions to ask, just like I don't know what questions to ask in your industry. Um, so first I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Mike Shaner. My company is Business Process Solutions. We're based out of Montevallo, Alabama, in Shelby County, just a little south of Birmingham. And I have a 5-star rating with Google reviews and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. I'm really proud of that. Really proud of that, because though I'm a marketing company also, and I do think most of my business comes word of mouth, almost all of my clients you can call and talk to. I wouldn't be afraid for you to call any client that I have, and I guarantee you they would back me up on that I'm a fair and honest person to do business with, and that's something that's important to me, and something that money can't buy. I started in the motorcycle business actually when I was around 21 years old, so a long time ago, and I started selling motorcycles at Big Number One Motorsports in Birmingham, Alabama. That was my first real job. I did not the construction's not a real job. I just wasn't good at it. So I did a lot of construction work up until then, and then turned out I was pretty good at sales. And I sold cars for a minute. I didn't like it. I liked motorcycles, and so anyway, I got in the motorcycle business. And the one thing I learned at Big Number One, the most important, I learned a lot of things, but the most important thing I learned is, so I had a customer one day walk in, and he asked me a question. And I was new. I'd been on the job maybe 3 or 4 months, and I didn't really know the answer. I thought I did, but I wasn't sure. And so I just pretended like I knew the answer. And I said it. He asked, "Does it do something?" I said, "Yes, it does." Well, he knew the answer, and I was wrong. And although I didn't believe that I was lying to him, I knew that I wasn't being completely honest. Also, so I knew that there was a chance I was wrong, and I said it with an authoritative tone that yes, this absolutely does that. So he took it correctly that I was misleading him, and he went to my boss. And same as there's a lot of things I can say about Big Number One Motorsports. One thing I will say is they're owned by very honest people, and he did not like that at all. And obviously, that's his business, his customers, and his salespeople can't be liars. So that lesson I learned fairly inexpensively. It cost me a lecture, and it cost me one deal. And I don't know how many deals it may have cost me from the guy not referring other people, but it was a fairly inexpensive lesson to learn very on and very early, to say I don't know if I don't know the answer, and above all, to be as transparent and as honest as possible. So I've built my career based on that. I never, and I can say this hand on the Bible, I've never told a lie to a customer again in any circumstance. And I try not to lie in general. I try to be just a good, honest person. But in business, even more so, it's crucial. And so I'm really proud of that 5-star rating with the Google reviews, and that A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. So you're not here to talk about me or listen to me talk about myself, though. But I just want to give you a little bit of background. So anyway, I grew up in the motorcycle business, and I started in sales, and I moved from Big Number One to Los Angeles, California. I worked a sales job out there, and then out there we did things a lot different. So I learned finance, and I learned a lot of things that to do wrong also, or like I saw a structure at Big Number One, and then I went to a different place in California that was kind of without structure, and it was good because I got to learn a lot of stuff. There was no one holding my hand, no one doing certain things for me. I had to do it all. Made a lot of money doing it. I'm not ashamed of that. And but I also saw the wrong way to a lot of wrong things to run a business. And in their defense, I saw a lot of things that Big Number One could have been doing better also. And so I adapted, and then I took a sales manager job at a different dealership, and then I took over the lowest rated dealership in the United States by volume, and I became general manager of that dealership. And by the end of the year, we were the top rated by volume Yamaha dealership in the country. Well, in the region, the biggest dealership in the world was right down the road. So by default, you go in the country. So I was real proud of that, and earned a pretty good living. And from there, I started I thought I was pretty good at what I did, so I started a sales training business and did fairly well with it. Sold the sales training business, and then life happens. You take your ups and downs, and anyway, long and short of it, I got into the merchant service business a couple of years ago and have grown it from, I started it here like this, picking up the phone, calling, going out and meeting new people. And I put the sales training program back in place, the marketing side of it, also payroll processing. So it started with just credit card processing and grew to payroll processing. Then I decided to add on the staffing and the sales training part of it and the marketing. And there's a lot to go over with all of that stuff, but I'm not here to give you a commercial about my business today. I'm here to talk to you, and I will gladly tell you all about those other products and about how I can help your business grow, because I believe firmly I wouldn't be talking to you today if I couldn't. But what I'm here today to do is to help you decide if you're using the right credit card processing company. And I'll start with that. A lot of people don't even know what to call this industry as merchant services, payment processing, credit card I call it credit card processing because that's what it is, but any of the other terms will work. If someone calls you and says they want to talk to you about merchant services, they're calling about credit card processing. Payment processing, same things. And there's a lot of different things. For my purposes, a lot of different types of credit card processing. So you have some people call to talk to you about point of sale, and point of sale is I do point of sale. I have if you are in need of point of sale services, I have point of sale services, and a lot of people will call and talk to you about Interchange Plus models. A lot of people will call and talk to you about surcharging models, all the different things that there are. And so my job today is just to sort of help inform you on how to make the best decisions and which route to go with that. For these purposes, I deal mostly with service-related industries. I do retail also, but mostly it's service-related industries. I have a lot of auto mechanics, a lot of motorcycle shops, as you might imagine, a lot of salons, a lot of salons. And I focus mainly on cash discounting because I think that's the best route, and honestly, I think it's the most transparent route for a merchant to take. So that's what I want. There's a couple of things, and I kind of lost my train of thought there. One thing, though, again, I want you to do business with me. I want you to do business with Business Process Solutions. But I never try to take a client from a company they're happy with. If you're happy with your situation and you're aware of your situation, you know what to be happy. And I would never take you away because I don't want to end a happy relationship. I only want you if I can provide you a service. And I think that's one of the reasons that I do have such high reviews is, I'm not trying to take people from a happy place and put them in mine. I just want you to, it's my job to find your pain points if they exist and then present to you how I can solve them. And once I solve them, you'll be happy with me. But if there are no pain points or they're not worth solving, then, use this just for the future. So a lot of people don't even know how much money they're spending a month on credit card processing. I'm surprised at how many people I call and I talk to that are like, I don't have any idea, because it's they sort of see it as a built-in cost, but it shouldn't be that way. If you're a mechanic, you mark up your oil filters. You don't see when you do an oil change, you don't see the oil filters as a price as a built-in cost. You see it, and you have to charge the customer for that, usually at a profit, but at least at cost. You don't just give away the oil filters and charge only for labor. And it's the same thing with credit card processing. You provide that processing as a service. And two people benefit from credit cards. The bank makes money every time the customer swipes the card. The customer has the convenience of not having to carry cash, of swiping the card. Most of the time they get reward points and want to use their cards for those reasons. So they both have a financial gain in it, usually. But it costs the business owner money. That's never made sense. That's never made sense to me, and that's why I want to go to cash discounting. So a lot of people will say, well, okay, well, what is cash discounting? And why is it called cash discounting? It seems to me you're just charging a credit card fee. In a sense, that can be, I can see how you could take it that way. It's not true. It's not correct. So the way it works is, if I come to your, if I come and get my nails done, and you charge $100 to do a manicure, and I pay you cash, that you're going to take $100. If I pay you with a credit card, you're only going to get $96 roughly. So with cash discounting, the way it works is you build in your prices set for cash. These prices are cash prices. If I come and I want to pay with a credit card, so I'm getting a discount by paying for cash of $100. The price is $100. If I wanted to pay with a credit card, it's going to cost me $104. That's the retail price is $104. The discount price is $100. So if you want, sure, pay with a credit card, but pay retail $4 for that convenience. The $4 goes to the bank. The $100 goes to you. You don't pay any processing fees. So the next question is, well, I see people, they just mark it up themselves. Why can't I do that? And technically you can. I mean, not legally, but you can do anything you want. So when people, that's called surcharging, and it's non-compliant. You sign, actually, when you agree to accept Visa, MasterCard, American Express, you sign an agreement saying you won't do that. You won't charge people to take credit cards. So with my program, with cash discounting, it rings up $104 for every credit card it knows to do that. The bank makes it that way. Visa, MasterCard, so you're in compliance. With the other way, with the surcharging, you have to figure out, say you're going to mark it up $3, $4, you have to write in $100, then you have to type in $104. So you're actually paying a fee on the $4 you marked it up. So you're not cutting out your fees, you're just charging your customer more. And you're in non-compliance, and technically Visa, MasterCard, American Express could strip you of the right to accept credit cards. So that's why you don't want to do surcharging in that way. It's not a good thing to do. What you want to do if you're going to do that to recoup some of your fees is cash discounting. I had a client, and it's not atypical. I have a client I talked to, I'm using this one because I talked to him last week about it. He came on board with me February 2021, and this year, he told me the other day, this is December 16th, I believe, of 2021, and he said he had saved $12,000 this year by switching over to me in a cash discount program. So a lot of people offer cash discount programs. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people out there that do it, so I'm not providing you a commercial of, oh, you have to come do with me or do cash discounting. You should, I believe, for a lot of different reasons, but we'll get into that at a different time. Another model of credit card processing is the Interchange Plus model. This is the traditional model. So the way credit card processing works is Visa, MasterCard, American Express, they have a baseline of profit they're going to make. So they're going to make, let's just call it 0.5 cents. So 5 cents for every penny, a fifth of every penny that goes through a credit card processing machine, they're going to take. And we'll call that the baseline. And then you have agents who are going to mark that half, who are out to sell processing, they mark it up. So the interchange is going to be half, and then they're going to charge you 2 cents for every dollar that you spend or that you process. And unless it's an American Express, then it's going to be 10 cents. Unless it's keyed in, then it's going to be 15 cents plus 10 cents of every, and it comes all these different fees from all these different ways. So you don't know what you're actually getting on any given transaction. It's like rolling dice, you haven't a clue what that's going to be. Well, my process takes all that away. Even if you didn't want to do cash discounting, and you should, everyone, unless you're a low volume, low ticket merchant, you should do cash discounting. You'd be amazed. And anyway, so if you're not doing cash discounting, you're on a traditional model. You do Interchange Plus, and um, you have no idea what you really made on that purchase. That same $100 purchase we were talking about earlier. You under my program, you've made $100. You've taken in $100 of revenue. Under a flat rate, you maybe took in $96 of revenue. But under most credit card processing programs, the Interchange Plus, the model you're probably on, you have no idea. You may have made $96, you may have made $98, you may have made $93.50. You have no idea because of all the different technicalities that went through that one swipe. You don't know what you made until the end of the month. You get your credit card statement and you're like, oh my God, I paid $800 or I paid $1,500 in credit card fees last month. So my program, I call it my program, the cash discounting program or the flat rate program will completely get that out of the way. So you say, well, I don't want to, there's no reason not to, but I really just am not comfortable telling my customers they have to pay for this service. If you think about that, that's really, I don't want to say anything derogatory, but it's really kind of counterintuitive because imagine you didn't want to tell them they had to pay for their manicure. You're providing a service, they're paying for it. But customers don't get upset. You think they're going to get upset. They don't. Everybody goes in, but then they just swipe their card. They don't even switch to cash. They could switch to cash, which is what you want them to do. You would love for your customer to be like, you know what, I'm not paying that. I'm just going to give you some cash. So great. That's why I have this. I have this built in for people like you, so I can cut the cost for customers like you who would rather pay cash. And it's an opportunity to give them a discount in that route. But most of them aren't even going to do that. Most of them are going to be like, and swipe it. And I'm talking about on big purchases. I saw one yesterday that went through with a diesel mechanic that I processed for. It was a $5,600 purchase, and so this happens every day, all the time. And they paid the processor, the customers. They just swipe it because they get rewards on it. They don't want to obviously spend more than they have to, but they get it and they don't think about it. And now everybody's kind of doing it that way. Like all big ticket service items are kind of going that way, so everybody's just accustomed to it. You even see it at the gas station. You see gas price for cash, $2.89 for credit card would be $3.09. That's just the wave of the future. That's what everybody's going with because you're spending $1,500 a month on credit card processing. But anyway, let's say you want to stick with that model for some reason. I can get to that too. But let's say you want to stick with that, and you don't know. You think you're happy. Why change? You've been dealing with this company for a couple of years now. Everything's all right. Yeah, you're paying a lot of money, but there's a couple of reasons. One reason is even if you want to stick with that model, I can show you exactly with a credit card analysis exactly how much you would save, but it's not about the money. I may save you $30 a month. I may save you $1,000 a month. I don't know. There's no way to look at it because I don't know the ins and out of your particular business. I just have to see your credit card processing statement. I'll send it into the bank. I've got a team of analysts, and they will go over it and they'll compare it and they'll say, okay, last month you spent $1,200 in credit card processing. This month you'll spend, if you had been with me, you would have spent $700 in credit card processing. I save you $500 or $5 or 22 cents or none. So I don't know that. But the reason to switch or not switch, it shouldn't be money. Obviously, we're in business to make money. But money isn't the key. What I would challenge anyone watching this video to do, and I thank you. I meant for this to be a 5-minute video, and I like to talk. So I would challenge and I'm going to end on this though. I would challenge anyone watching this video to hang up and look up if you can find the number to your merchant service provider. Call them. Tell them you have a problem that your credit card machine. And I want you to imagine this really happening. Imagine that you have a customer in line waiting to pay for a big sale, and your credit card machine's not responding for some reason. It's just not working. Maybe this has never happened to you. Maybe it happened to you yesterday. When you deal with technology, it's going to happen at some time. And if you're lucky, there won't be a line of people. But imagine there's a line of people standing. You've got some guy that's in a hurry. He's making a big purchase. He doesn't understand why you won't take his money. He's getting irate, making the other customers irate. You pick up the phone and you dial the 800 number that's provided to you. and you try to get someone that speaks your language and see how long you're on hold. While you're on hold, put the phone down. Call me. 205-440-6513. My name is Mike Shaner, Business Process Solutions. Call me. See how long it takes me to help you resolve your problem or get you in touch with someone who can. That's why I have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. That's why I have 5-star rating on Google reviews. And that's why my reputation is what it is in this business. And that's why I think I'll continue to grow. And I may not earn your business today. I may help another credit card company earn your business today. But eventually, if you're a small and medium-sized business owner and you want to increase your revenue, increase your profits, you'll do your marketing with me, your payroll processing with me, but you'll start with your merchant services. You'll do your credit card processing with me. Hey, thanks for sticking with me all this time. Mike Shaner, Business Process Solutions. Look me up on the internet, businessprocesssolutions.net. Facebook, it's Business Process Solutions. My phone number, 205-440-6513, 888-585-7169. Again, 205-440-6513, 888-585-7169. Thank you for sticking with me, guys. Have a great day. Merry Christmas.